There's a new groundbreaking surgery offered here in the Valley. It is for an aneurysm. An aneurysm is sometimes called the silent killer. That's a bulge in the side of a blood vessel, and in the brain in particular, it can be life-threatening.
Aneurysms come in all different shapes and sizes. They're in different locations. It just depends on the particular aneurysm, the particular geometry in a particular patient, which treatment modality is best for a particular aneurysm in patient.
One of the newest treatments is a pipeline embolization, or a pipeline stent. That's a mesh stent that's placed across the entry point of the aneurysm. It will eventually stop the blood flow going into the aneurysm.
What we're basically going to do is take that stent and deliver it from the groin all the way up this artery, around the bend, and land the stent essentially across this opening in the aneurysm.
Joanne Pazzala of Moscow, Pennsylvania, was one of Geisinger's first patients who received the successful pipeline stent surgery after suffering from a ruptured brain aneurysm in May of 2014.
Dr. Shermer would say, "Do you realize what happened to you?" And I'd say, "No." And because he said it was serious. It was very serious, that it could have ended my life there. I'm just so grateful for Geisinger.
The pipeline stent is now becoming the preferred way to treat an aneurysm.
It's going to be a scar tissue that's sitting, in the inside of the skull, but because it's relatively small, it's not affecting her brain. And because it's not pulsating or moving otherwise, it's not going to do anything.
And that thing can stay up there for the rest of her 30 years plus, hopefully. Yep. Okay.
It's like having a golden tooth in your brain.
So the aneurysm is actually deep in this corridor. We're going to probably open about over here.
Though the doctors say the traditional open brain craniotomy is still used for certain kinds of treatment.
Craniotomy is basically opening a window of bone in the skull, and clipping of an aneurysm involves going down into the deep recesses where the blood vessels run inside the brain, finding the aneurysm and pinching it off with a spring-loaded clip.
Though these processes are a permanent fix for these aneurysms, the doctors say it is still likely that someone who's had an aneurysm will have another one in their lifetime, so follow-up imaging is important. Mark Lawrence, WKOK.com.